ओके। पारुल, मैं आपको को होस्ट बना दूंगी। और वाइन, हाँ आ गई तेजस्विता मैम। वी आर लाइव पारुल। हेलो मैम, गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, Linda. How are you?
सुपर डुपर मैम, हाउ आर यू?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
प्रिटी एज एवर।
नमस्ते डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, कैसी हैं आप?
नमस्ते। नमस्ते, बहुत अच्छी हूँ। आप लोग कैसे हैं सब?
बिल्कुल बढ़िया,
बस
बहुत प्यारी
मैम,
लग रही
और
हैं आप।
योर हाउस अनन्या?
Ananya is very good. She's very well, yes. She
Yeah, it's
just
her
completed,
her
they just
first anniversary.
completed, yeah, first marriage
Wow, that's nice.
anniversary.
Amazing.
1 ईयर हो गया ना अभी?
हाँ, अभी 5 जुलाई को फर्स्ट एनिवर्सरी थी।
वाह। इस बारे में भी पूछेंगे आपसे।
पक्का।
Actually, you should see the Facebook videos. Yeah. Oh, she was like, I was so happy to see that. She was more happy in her in-laws place than with her mom right now. Amazing. Chaliye, ma'am, we'll just let everybody in now, and
ठीक।
Parul will start with introducing you and all,
All
and
right,
then we'll move on to the
all
session.
right,
Yeah.
yes.
जी। वृंदा जी, शैल वी स्टार्ट? थैंक यू। नमस्ते दोस्तों, आपका स्वागत है डाउन सिंड्रोम फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के शनिवार के इस सेशन में। आज फिर हम आपको एक बहुत ही प्यारा सा एक सेशन लेकर आए हैं आपके लिए, और हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही प्यारी सी गेस्ट है, हमारी डॉक्टर तेजस्विता सावंत, जो एक डॉक्टर तो है ही, और डॉक्टर तेजस्विता सावंत को हम उनके नाम से ही जानते हैं, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा हम जानते हैं उन्हें अनन्या की मदर के नाम से। अनन्या एंड विघ्नेश की शादी लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में हुई थी, और हम सब ने उस शादी की बहुत सारी पिक्चर्स, वीडियोस एंड कुछ लोग लाइव भी उसके गवाह बने थे। तो हम सब बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं डॉक्टर तेजस्विता से ये जानने के लिए कि अनन्या कैसी है। दूसरा, एक हमारे सेल्फ एडवोकेट्स के लिए हमारे मन में ये रहता है कि जब वो बड़े हो जाएंगे तो उनकी लिविंग कैसी होगी, वो कैसे रहेंगे, कल को पेरेंट्स नहीं है या कोई केयर टेकर नहीं है तो वो कैसे रहेंगे। तो इसके लिए समय समय पर हमारे भारत में जगह जगह पर कुछ इस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जो काम कर रहे हैं लोग, और कुछ बहुत अच्छा भी कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इसी तरह का एक प्रोजेक्ट पर काम कर रही हैं डॉक्टर तेजस्विता पुणे में, गुरुकुल नाम से। गुरुकुल बिल्कुल गुरुकुल के जैसा ही है, बहुत कुछ सात्विक और बहुत कुछ हॉस्टल नाम की चीज से बेहद अलग। तो हम जानना चाहेंगे कि हमारे सेल्फ एडवोकेट्स वहां पर कैसे रह सकते हैं, क्या क्या उनके लिए सुविधाएं हैं, और क्या क्या एक हॉस्टल से अलग गुरुकुल में होता है। डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है, धन्यवाद आने के लिए। नमस्ते।
Thank you so much. Thank you, Parul.
जी। सबसे पहले तो आपके गुरुकुल पर बात हम करेंगे ही, लेकिन सबसे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी अनन्या कैसी है।
अब मैं बहुत खुश दिखाई दे रही हूँ आपको शायद।
बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि बच्चियां अच्छी हैं और बहुत अच्छा कर रही हैं दोनों भी। अनन्या मई मंथ में आई थी पूना में 6 महीने के बाद में। तो शादी को 1 साल हो गया। फर्स्ट एनिवर्सरी अभी 5 जुलाई को हमने करी है। और अनन्या पिछले साल से इस साल तक 2 बार पूना आई है, घर आई है। तो पहली बार जब आई थी नवंबर में, जुलाई में शादी हुई, नवंबर 23 को जब वापस आई थी वो दोनों जन, तो दोनों भी अकेले ट्रैवल किया उन्होंने। दोनों जन आए पूना दुबई से। दोनों बार दोनों ने अकेले ट्रैवल किया। बट नवंबर में जब आई थी तब हमें ऐसा लगा कि हाँ दोनों में बॉन्डिंग है, दोनों की अच्छी ट्यूनिंग थी, एक दूसरे के साथ रह रहे थे। और उस समय वो 3 हफ्ते के लिए आई थी, तब पहली ही रात बोली कि नहीं मुझे वापस दुबई जाना है, मेरे अप्पा अम्मा कैसे होंगे, वो मैं उनको छोड़ के आ गई यहाँ पे, अब क्या होगा कैसे होगा। तो हमें उस रात को अच्छा लगा था कि चलो ऐसा हुआ। उसके बाद से 2-3 दिन उसका वही चला कि मुझे वापस जाना है वापस जाना है। बट 1 हफ्ते के बाद में वो फिर से हमारे साथ प्यार से दोनों जन रहने लगे।
जी
और इस तो अच्छा लगा कि चलो शी सेटल्ड देयर और वो जाना चाहती थी।
जी
नवंबर में गई, उसके बाद में उसकी जॉब शुरू हो गई और एकदम जैसे रूटीन लड़कियां सेट हो जाती हैं अपने नए घरों में, काम शुरू हो जाता है, लोगों से जान पहचान रहती है, वो अपना एक स्केड्यूल्स रहते हैं सोशल फैमिली में से मिलने के और वो सब। तो वो नेक्स्ट 6 महीने चला और अब की बार जो सेकंड टाइम आई तो 3 हफ्ते आई वो यहाँ पे, 3 हफ्ते के लिए, मतलब 18 मई से 8 जून तक थी यहाँ पे। 18 मई से लेके 7 जून तक रोज वही चलता था, मुझे वापस जाना है। टू एन एक्सटेंड की वो जब पहले यहाँ पे स्कूल में काम करती थी तो स्कूल पसंद था, लोग पसंद थे, सब जाना वाना, वो एक्साइटेड रहती थी। इस बार ना वो स्कूल जाना चाह रही थी ना कुछ, सबसे उसने बात की वगैरह। बट एवरी डे इट वाज लाइक आई वांट टू गो बैक टू दुबई, आई वांट टू गो बैक टू दुबई, मुझे वापस घर जाना है, अप्पा का कैसे हैं, अम्मा कैसी है, मैं उनको छोड़ के आ गई। और इस बार उन दोनों का बॉन्ड, मतलब they were inseparable and they were not just bonding but taking care of each other। दोनों की हैबिट्स दोनों को अच्छे से पता थी, कौन क्या भूलता है ये भी उनको पता था दोनों को। और बराबर से जिसका जो एस्पेक्ट वीक है उसको दूसरा पैच कर रहा था कि विघ्नेश तुम ये हमेशा भूल जाते हो, पहले ये वाला सब रख लिया क्या बैग में देखो। और विघ्नेश को मालूम है कि अनन्या किस चीज पे वीक है, तो वो उसको बोल रहा था अनन्या यू टेक दैट, तेरा हाथ रिस्ट दर्द है ना तो तू छोटा वाला बैग पकड़, मैं बड़ा वाला बैग पकड़ूंगा। इट वॉज सो ब्यूटिफुल, इट वॉज सो इतना हार्ट वार्मिंग था और इतना सेटिस्फाइंग था वो देखना कि अब मुझे लगता है कि पहले तो मैं 6-6 महीने उसको बुलाना चाहती थी, अब मुझे लगता है कि ना बुलाऊं। बहुत खुश है। बहुत खुश है।
हमारे दोस्तों के लिए जिन्होंने लेट ज्वाइन किया है उनके लिए मैं बता दूं कि अनन्या डॉक्टर तेजस्विता की बेटी हैं जो डाउन सिंड्रोम ब्लेस्ड हैं और लास्ट ईयर उनकी शादी हुई है। वो दुबई में अपने हस्बैंड के साथ सेटल्ड हैं और दोनों वहाँ जॉब करते हैं और अपने इन लॉज के साथ में अनन्या वहाँ रहती है। और आपकी दूसरी बेटी क्या कर रही हैं?
मेरी दूसरी बेटी ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपी लास्ट ईयर कर रही है, अभी वो चेन्नई में है, एसआरएम कॉलेज से फाइनल ईयर कर रही
अच्छा
है। शी वांट्स टू बी इन ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपी, उसे जिस फील्ड में मैं हूँ उसी फील्ड में वो काम करना चाहती है।
जी
अनन्या के साथ पली बड़ी है तो उसे भी बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस है कि मॉम, special needs is not something that needs to be looked upon by sympathy or anything. You have to, like, buckle up even more than a normal child and you can make success stories। बोलती है वो कि मैं भी ये मानती हूँ कि सक्सेस स्टोरीज जो है वो इनकन्वीनियंस में डेवलप होती है, जिसके पास सब कुछ कंफर्टेबली है वहां पे मजा नहीं है। So
वहाँ
she says, mom, yeah, so she says, mom, this life has been rewarding and I want to continue it the same way। तो वो भी स्पेशल नीड्स हिज इसमें ही काम करना चाहती है, तो शी इज गियरिंग अप टू बिकम अ वेरी गुड ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपिस्ट।
बहुत बढ़िया, बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, बिल्कुल सही मानती है बिटिया हमारी कि जो लोग योद्धा बनते हैं वही स्ट्रगल करके आके वही योद्धा बनते हैं, उन्हीं की सक्सेस स्टोरी बनती है। तो ये गुरुकुल कैसे बना तेजस्विता जी, इसमें हम जानना
तो
चाहेंगे।
करेक्ट। तो जब मैं यूएस से वापस आने वाली थी यहाँ पे मेरे बच्चों को लेके, जो वो दोनों 11 11 साल के थे, 12 साल के थे शायद,
जी
तो मैं पूना में स्कूल ढूंढ रही थी कि जहाँ पे अनन्या जा पाए, क्योंकि अनन्या यूएस में अच्छा कर रही थी।
जी जी
तो जब मैंने ढूंढा तो मुझे पूना में सेंटर्स तो मिले बट साइंटिफिकली ऑपरेट करने वाले या डॉक्टर्स रन करने वाले सेंटर्स नहीं मिल पा रहे थे।
जी
जब
जी
मैंने बहुत ढूंढा तो मैंने अपने घर पे बता दिया कि मैं वापस नहीं आ रही हूँ बिकॉज अनन्या बहुत अच्छा कर रही है और मैं ये सब छोड़ के नहीं आना चाहती। तो उस समय सब फैमिली ने और हमने सोचा कि जो वहां पे है नहीं, जो हम ढूंढ रहे हैं, क्यों ना हम वो शुरू करें। तो
जी
यूएस में अनन्या जिस सिस्टम को फॉलो करती थी वहां पे बहुत ही बढ़िया सिस्टम था। बहुत ड्यू असेसमेंट्स होते थे, एक प्रैक्टिकल गोल्स पे काम किया जाता था, एंड शी वाज रिस्पॉन्डिंग वेरी वेल. सो आई वाज आल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ द ब्लू वैली स्कूल डिस्ट्रिक्ट इन कैंसस. तो सोचा कि यहीं पे शुरू करना चाहिए, जो हम ढूंढ रहे हैं वो क्यों ना हम खुद शुरू करें. फिर वहां पे एक साल पहले एक एडवाइजरी कमेटी बनाई मैंने, जो मेरे अनन्या के स्कूल में काम करने वाले लोग थे, कुछ जान पहचान वाले थेरेपिस्ट थे, डॉक्टर्स थे. तो उनको मैंने कहा कि मुझे एक स्कूल जैसा यहाँ पे है वैसा ही शुरू करना है, वैसा ही सेंटर मुझे पूना में शुरू करना है. तो हम लोग ने उसके बाद बहुत सारे मीटिंग्स किए, प्लान बनाए, बिल्कुल मतलब कि एक रूम किस तरह से प्लान होना चाहिए बच्चों के लिए, वहां से टू द माइन्यूटेस्ट डिटेल्स वी डिड दिस स्टडी, एंड आई केम टू इंडिया इन 2012 विद दिस प्लान. सो पुणे में 2012 में सनशाइन सीडीसी करके मैंने ये ट्रस्ट शुरू किया, ये चाइल्ड
डॉक्टर
डेवलपमेंट.
तेजस्विता, थोड़ा सा आप इंग्लिश भी मिक्स रखिए, हमारे बहुत सारे दोस्त ऐसे हैं जो
ऑलराइट,
हिंदी नहीं बोलते, तो मिक्स रखेंगे तो अच्छा.
श्योर.
जी, शुक्रिया.
So I started this child development center in 2012 with two children, and that's how I slowly started with working with these two children. Then I had one more special educator. फिर 4-5 बच्चे और जुड़े, फिर कुछ therapists आए. So in this last 12 years, now we are 160 children in the school and at the CDC, and we have a team of 50 people: doctors, therapists, counselors, teachers, special educators, ancillary staff. So it's grown to a very good extent where we are now Pune, Mumbai's biggest child development center. And इसी के साथ ये सब चल रहा था जब CBC, तो the children were day scholars. So they used to come at 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock they used to go back. तो हम देख रहे थे कि हम इंक्रीमेंटल प्रोग्रेस तो बच्चों के साथ कर रहे थे, बट कुछ तो मिसिंग था, कुछ एलिमेंट हम उतना प्रॉपरली नहीं कर पा रहे थे. जो भी था वो एकेडमिक था, थेरेपेटिक था, और इस तरह से डिजाइन था कि हम उनको कुछ को करिकुलर भी करवाएं, जैसे म्यूजिक और डांस था, योगा था. हमें टाइम इतना कम पड़ रहा था करने के लिए. वी वर लाइक रियली फीलिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, that there are so many things to be done with children. They are responding well, and but they are with us for such a small duration, that is 6 hours in a day.
बिल्कुल.
So what happened in then corona happened, and we had lockdown, and the center was closed for 1 year. So when we started again back in 2021 January, we decided that this is a fresh start now. Okay, so we will do something different as per the challenges that we were facing earlier. So then we decided that me, Girish, my mother, we three run this center. So we decided that we will start with Gurukul. We will start a residential facility for our children, where we will have children and we will design a day schedule and a night schedule for them, so that they are under intervention for the entire 24 hours with us. So this was the initiation. So February 2021, we started with Gurukul. Parul, can I share some slides while I talk about?
जी बिल्कुल. आपको वृंदा जी, क्या आप डॉक्टर तेजस्विता को कोर्स बना सकती हैं? मैं देखती हूँ शायद मैं
Yeah, ma'am, you can do.
जी, आप होस्ट हैं.
Okay, I'll try to share now. Can you all see my screen?
जी.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, so we decided to start Gurukul, and so who were the first children whom we gave admission in the Gurukul? See, the idea was to work with the children who, for long term and for making them independent. So we spoke to the parents who were there already in the Sunshine CDC, and we said that we want to start something like this. Do you want to send your children to Gurukul? So these children were not like coming from different places. दूर पड़ रहा था इसलिए आके रहे हैं हॉस्टल में. ऐसा नहीं, we spoke with parents. They were living just next door from the school. So we spoke to few parents. We had those initial 10 children in the Gurukul, and we started working with them. So what is Gurukul? It's a flagship project of Sunshine CBC. It has emerged because we worked. I have been working for 23 years in the special education and 12 years at the Sunshine. So what Gurukul does is it follows a contemporary, scientific, evidence-based, deep-rooted learning system. And why we call it as a Gurukul? Because I believe that I believe in going back to basics. So when I was working with Ananya, I wanted to go back to basics and find out what's hidden in the basics so that I do something. Obviously, we all search for what is contemporary, right? What is going on right now? What is in trend? What is helping? But at the same time, I was very focused on the basics. How did my parents bring me up? What were those elements? वो elements क्या थे जो मेरे parents ने follow किए? So I started searching them. Okay, so Guru ke paas, Guru ke saath reh ke. Because this was a prior experience also that children who were living, who were with us, आप सब लोग भी ये देखते होंगे actually that children do very well in school. There's something else in school and there's something else outside at homes. They kind of align very well with their teachers, but at home they are okay. मैं करूँगा, ऐसे करूँगा, whatever. So we were thinking कि हाँ, गुरु के पास और गुरु के साथ रह के जो मिल सकता है वो एक बहुत ही पुरानी पद्धति है और बहुत अच्छी है. So we've tried to follow it. Now we all believe that body, mind, intellect, and spirit, that's what makes us a human being. And ultimately, if we are good human being, if all the 4 elements are very, very well in our body, we are going to turn out as a good human being. So, this slide shows about some education history of the ancient education, that we had Gurukul and children used to go recite together. They were treated equal, irrespective of their social standings. Raja ke bacche bhi Gurukul mein aake padhte the, because even the Raja believed that my child has to have foundation, and that foundation will come by being with the peers, not by being in the Raj Mahal. So it was the children were treated equally. Then they would distribute the work, they would help the guru. So that it was all on a one level. It did not induce any wrong notions. It was a good place to be. And the Gurukul not just taught academics, Vedas वगैरह नहीं पढ़ाते थे, but value education दिया करते थे, vocational education दिया करते थे, डांस, म्यूजिक, हाउसकीपिंग, आर्ट्स, इतने सारे वैरायटी चीजों को हैंडल किया जाता था एट द गुरुकुल. और उसका एक यूनिक मेथड था लर्न करने का, जो मुझे बहुत भाता है. और वो था कि श्रवण मतलब सुनना, फिर मनन मतलब उसके बारे में सोचना, और प्रत्यासना या फिर उसको अपनी रियल लाइफ में उतारना. आज भी हम वही चाहते हैं, राइट? है ना? We want the same thing. We want to learn, hear and see what we see, audio, visual content. Then we want to think about it, which is processing, the brain processing, and then we want to implement in the real life. That is exactly what we are all are doing. So it is focused on, the Gurukul system is focused on the all-round development. It was, the classrooms were indeed very pleasant, and they were forests. It was natural surrounding, free of any toxins, free of anything. It had a pleasant surrounding. So आज के इसमें क्या होता है, हमारे पास में opportunities हैं. We have opportunity to send to our children to regular school, but we still have a long way to go. Many a times we are rejected. And normal schools are obviously normal schools where teachers the staff may or may not be equipped to work with our children. They may not have learned that. So those problems are still there. The children will fall out. I mean, most of the time I've seen that they will do till 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and then they just fall out of their schools. And the parents are always in search of an institution which can work simultaneously with all the aspects of their children. But schools, as we see, focus on academics, most of the, or sometimes just co-curricular activities, but not on the ADLs or personalities or the shortcomings or the special needs that our children have. There the school systems, the contemporary school system is lacking right now. And most importantly, even if you find a good institution, our children will be intervention for 6 hours, and rest of the 6 hours in the evening will be scattered. The evening schedule, the moment the children they come back homes, the entire schedule is scattered. It is random. Okay, like it's based on what are the parents' plan. If they want to go out, they will go out. So it's random. It cannot be. मैं एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर पाती हूँ कि मतलब बीइंग अ चाइल्ड आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यही होगा क्या मेरे साथ 6 PM 4 दिन में मुझे लेके पेरेंट्स गार्डन में ले जाएंगे, बट 2 दिन नहीं जाते हैं. आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट देन रैंडमली ये हो जाता है, फिर हम स्विमिंग जाते हैं, फिर ये होता है. सो दे डोंट रिमेन, those 6 hours do not remain productive. So in the center it is productive. 6 hours timetable, people working on children's schedule, perfect. घर आके वही सिस्टम थोड़ा सा ये हो जाता है. So we decided to go back to the basics of education. Before that, let's identify what were the good things about the ancient education system. So liberation, right? So we have to work so that we have to liberate ourselves. We have to make ourselves open to the world to learn more. So that is liberation, control of mind. So be what the situation is, we need to have a strong mind control. We need to have the grasp over the situation. And women education, when we say women education, I want to refer to obviously the ancient system did women education, but here we are talking about a separate class which is special education. So ancient education system में ये वाले जो एक स्पेशल क्लास था उसको भी इंक्लूड करने का एक ये था. तो समरी ये है that the ancient system is the closest to what we are doing right now in special education. We want to liberate our children, which means we want to make them independent. We don't want them to be under any constraints or a particular box that you will always be doing this with this person, you will always be doing this with this person. No, we want them to liberate. We want them to think and do something new based on what they want to do. Control over mind, emotions, right? So this system is closest to what we are. So our vision at Gurukul is totally in sync with the benefits of ancient education system, and it all the more strengthens our belief in the children and adults. When Ananya was born to me, जिसका साथ मैंने सबसे पहले पकड़ा था, जिस बिलीफ को मैंने सबसे पहले जिसकी उंगली पकड़ी थी, वो थी that I have twin children. So my belief and my first thing was that Ananya will never ever miss even a single thing that Ashni does. So both of them will grow together. Both of them will do everything. They will explore everything. I had belief in Ananya that no matter what, she will love it. So it strengthens my belief even more with the Gurukul that our children will do it. It empowers us because I know I'm going back to basics. I'm going back to ancient. I'm not going to something fancy which may not have a lot of research done or something. But the ancient system is there. It's deep-rooted. It's deep-rooted. It has proven again and again that this is the method to follow. And that is the reason it gives us a lot of more conviction that we are heading in the right direction. So I told you the history of Sunshine Gurukul. We started in February 2021. So on this day today, we have 30 children who are learning at Gurukul since like 3.5 years. Out of them, 10 girls and 20 boys. Age group is from 6 years to 27. Our learners have multiple challenges right now. We have children with autism, cerebral palsy, epileptic disorders, genetic condition, Down syndrome, lot of challenges. Okay, and in the last 3.5 years, we have seen incremental development. We have seen that children, they get up in the morning, they will brush their teeth, they will make their beds, they will get ready they will choose what they want to wear. The uniform, they take out the uniforms, they take their uniforms inside the washroom, they change there, They come out, they know that at 9 o'clock it's going to be the breakfast time. So they will come from their rooms, they will go to the canteen, they will have their breakfast. At 10 o'clock, obviously they are guided, but they are not helped in terms of मैं कर दूंगा तुम्हारे लिए, ऐसा नहीं है. They are just given instructions that okay, now let's go to the canteen area. So all of them, they will go to canteen area, they will have their breakfast. And सबसे मतलब आपको बात झूठी लगेगी, but we have two campuses, we have two buildings, both are 4-story buildings. There are 65 rooms altogether, 65 67 rooms altogether, two campuses. All of them will make a line, they know where their classrooms are, they will go to their respective classrooms. 10 to 4 they will be in their classrooms doing their day schedules. 4 o'clock they will again make a line, come back to Gurukul, they will freshen up, change their dresses. 5 p.m. they will go back to the canteen room for snacks. So it gives so much of comfort and so much of satisfaction to our hearts when we see children doing all this on their own. And we get a strong sense that if they're doing already the day part, what will stop them from living this life independently, isn't it? And we have so many years to grow up and learn so many things, but they are showing that they can learn. If we teach them, if we practice with them, they are learning. So let's understand Gurukul. It's a homely environment. It's a very stimulating community-based environment. We have the caretakers who live with us. Me, Girish, we live there at the Gurukul for the last 5 years. We have been living at Gurukul. We live with children 24 hours a day. And it has not happened that, I've left and I've gone and, that I'm not, even when the last month, the last weekend of the month when they all go, we feel so lonely at the Gurukul. All the children have gone to their homes, and we wait for that Monday to come back so that they're back. And it's become my family. All of us now live in a family which has altogether 300 people. So that's the best part of my life. So it offers a very comprehensive and supportive environment for individuals, and it has multiple children with multiple conditions. But who are we and why are we here today? So this is me. This is my mom in the middle, Mrs. Hemlata Mase. She has been an educator all throughout her life, and her particular class with 8 children, and she has 8 children in her class. And her class started 8 years back with LKG, and today they are in 6th standard. All the children are doing 6th standard, and they are all independent. Everything they do on their own, and she has demonstrated that nothing is impossible if you just work towards it. And she is our role model for everybody. She's at the school gate every day at 8 a.m. in the morning. She welcomes all the 160 children inside, all the staff inside, says goodbye to them at 4 p.m. every day. That's how her day starts and ends. And this is Girish. Girish is also, we 3 are the trustees of this trust, and Girish is also Ananya's father. And all of us are totally into Sunshine CBC. It's our life. And we are a family first. So it started with, so here I have written that, we've gone through the same life cycle that every family with special needs go through. We had Ananya, our daughter, who was born with Down syndrome. And we work very closely with her, and a particular way in which I have worked with her, I'm going to explain to you that. So her journey is from when she was born, and when we did her first assessments, she was born with almost 64% permanent mental retardation, and this date when she has mild intellectual disability. So her journey has been very, very incredible. What looks like a 62% permanent mental retardation tells you that, तो कुछ भी कर ले कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. It used to sound like that, that permanent mental retardation, what is it? Like, why? Why are you like labeling it permanent right now? Just because it is Down syndrome? No. So I decided, no, I don't want to live with this term. I don't want to at all. And at any cost, I will not. And today, after 23 years, I'm so happy that we could do it. And the basic elements were people who were involved in our therapies, assessment, me who was me, my mom, my family, Girish, we were working on her, and Ananya herself, her conviction herself, her interest, her kidney bar, she used to feel drained out. No, I don't want to do it, hurts and all those things. But she coped up. She moved here. So this is our journey. So 23 years with Ananya, working with Ananya, 12 years with Sunshine CDC, where we are working with 150 children the last 12 years. And we are the best people in town today. So when it comes to the holistic development. So this is what my belief, this is my experience. So all of us have seen or felt this in our lives, being special need parents, denial, negativity, helplessness, lack of confidence, self-confidence, society pressure, guidance nahi hai, grandparents, disappointment में है, support system नहीं है, blame game है, partners के बीच में बनती नहीं है, and society acts weird. All of us are familiar with this. Now, here we are today to talk about the Sunshine Gurukul Package and to share our belief and experience and to tell you what exactly is this, okay? What exactly the Sunshine Gurukul is. So this is my journey here. This is the family's journey. That we were in denial. We were like, not very happy, feeling depressed, sad. 2 children, we had twins, and why with one, and what will happen, and both of them, if they were twins, they would look to be alike, and everything that goes on in a mother's mind, like what I had thought about that my twins are going to be, and what is this actual life going on, what is this? So then so it came to acceptance. I accepted that, okay, this is what is served, now let's enjoy this. Then I learned special parenting, very important. Before even special education, there was something called special parenting. I took classes in parenting. I learned what parenting is. I used to do systematic assessments for Ananya. I used to figure out, what aspects are important, in which aspects do I have to work. Then collaborated with the therapist, then with the special educators, the school, the education part of it, how to teach her the concepts, how to make her understand what is in the books, how it appears in the reality, her personality development. It's very important to give them that willpower. It's that they should say that, oh, I can go ahead and do this. Oh, what's difficult in this? Okay, let me try. I can do this, mom. So the traits of a good personality, of a positive personality, of a personality that says that, yes, I want to try this. Okay. And it's okay even if I'm not doing 100% correct. It's fine. It's perfect if I'm trying. So giving or molding her into a desired personality and exposure to real life. So this is the 4 aspects of 8 aspects in which we have done as a family. We have done these things together. So my funda and my advice for all the parents is prepare yourself. It's not the child, yourself first. Who's going to work with the children? Me. So prepare yourself. Have the right mindset. Tell yourself, where do you want to go? What is that goal? What is that primary goal towards which you are working? Patch is start working on that goal. Patch is like to remain engaged, keep working day in, day out. Don't feel that when this is going to happen. No, I am in this phase where I have to work. I'm going to work. Persevere. Keep on, keep going on. Don't lose it. Don't drop the task. Don't feel that, okay, now this is enough. I've given up. That's it. And keep polishing. Keep touching that every now and then, because the work never gets done. You are never out of it. You have to keep polishing things, otherwise none of the goals are there to stay. If you don't polish it, they will go. They will disappear. Your child will lose them. So prepare, patch, persevere, and polish. And this is what, has made Ananya what she is today. This is what we have believed. So let's do a recap of what we believe as parents. We say that we always dream that our children will become independent. We believe that अरे ये तो बहुत छोटा है ना, अभी नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, जब बड़ा हो जाएगा तब समझ में आ जाएगा. Then we believe that we have special needs children. We have to first protect them. We have to be kind to them. We have to give them maximum care. We have to they should not get hurt. They should not remain hungry. Or they should be provided for. This is what we believe. We wish that they should be able to live a comfortable life. Always मेरा बच्चा आराम से रहे, मेरा बच्चा प्यार से रहे, मेरे बच्चे के लाइफ में कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए, मेरे बच्चे हमेशा सुखी रहे. Okay, this is what we always dream or wish for. So then education is not, 99% of the time when I meet parents, they come, ma'am, you know what, education itna important nahi. We don't want her to become engineer or anything. It's just that we want her independent. 99% of the time parents come and see this sentence to me. I don't know what makes them say that we don't want education. We are not looking to make our child a doctor or an engineer, or for that matter, an educated person. Why not? So, but what is common in all of us is we have one goal, and that is independence. We want our children independent. That is the only goal that we have.
iPhone use ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದ್ರದಾಗೂ ಜೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ.
प्लीज पेरेंट्स आप अपने म्यूट कर लीजिए अपने स्पीकर्स को प्लीज.
Okay, so this is what we see. Does that sound yourself? ये जो 4-5 पॉइंट्स लिखे हैं, क्या हम साउंड करते हैं वैसा एज पेरेंट्स? हम आप लोग बता सकते हैं कि ऐसा होता है. यस,
रेखा माँ हमारे साथ जुड़ गई हैं. रेखा माँ, आपका स्वागत है. आप क्या कहना चाहेंगी?
Hi, lovely to see you, Tejaswita. And I was waiting for
Rekha ma'am.
Honestly, I was waiting for you to come and tell us this. And this is exactly what you've described us so beautifully. I don't think anybody else could have given it to us the way we are. The important thing here is that I think all of us want our children to be happy. I think there's only one goal. Whether they're independent or not, they have to be happy. And how do we know they're happy? If they are independent, we will be also comfortable and they will also be very comfortable. I think you've done an amazing job, and what you are raising in Gurukul, fantastic. I mean, when I heard it from you, and that's what I told everybody, I said, I need for you to understand giving you all that love and care under one roof. And at the same time, you don't have to be running around like, plucked chickens. They are so lost. If you look at my parents, morning this way and that one, you don't have time for yourself. You're giving us the liberty to think for ourselves, at the same time keeping the children comfortable. Also, the important question here before you wind down here is, how early do you take our children?
I believe it is best the earliest you come, because the molding age, when we can mold children or we can teach them the most is the early age. So early intervention, as everybody says, that is when I believe that we can start working with children then, as early as possible. I have seen at Gurukul we have children for 4 years as well, and they show a very rapid progress, than children who are at 10 years or 11 years. The earliest you get your children to Gurukul, it works. So I believe.
Have you finished your presentation, or is there anything more to come?
Yeah, it is something more.
Okay, let's finish your presentation, then we'll leave the panel open for questions.
Yes, ma'am. So in reality, we actually give something else the priority, refrain from walking in the direction of the goal. This is the most सबसे biggest concern है, that we have some goal, but we refrain from walking in that direction of the goal. Okay, we want our children to be independent, but are scared to send them in the outside world. We are absolutely unaware and ignorant about the path to our goal. Okay, we know what we want, but we don't know the path to our goal. We don't know the small steps to be taken to reach that goal. Okay, so we all end up doing therapies to get child admitted to normal school and socialization. We feel that these are the things, if we do, our children will get to independence. So that there is always a tussle going on between our dreams and fear, thoughts and acts. Our dreams is our imaginary life. Like dream is to have our children, see our children doing very well in life. But fear is real. But we fear of, doing things with them. So this is the tussle. And we believe it too, that all children have, they have abilities to be independent, but we also understand that it won't happen on its own. So at Gurukul, we believe for any successful goal, there is a long practice in the direction of the goal. The goals have to be very specific. Any long-term goal has small short-term goals. It's just not the practice. देखिए, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि मैं रोज कुछ प्रैक्टिस करूंगी तो मैं सीख जाऊंगी. अभी एग्जांपल देती हूँ कि आपका बच्चा रोज पिछले जितने साल, जितनी उम्र है उससे 2 साल माइनस कर दो, उतने साल अपना ब्रश कर रहा है. But when I ask people that if your child gets up in the morning, does he go and brush on his own? They'll say no. He will still need an instruction. जो चीज हम रोज कर रहे हैं, फिर भी बच्चों को उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन चाहिए. They will not go on their own and brush their teeth and come back. Very little time we see that. Why? Because we help them learn the task, but we don't teach them the executive skills. Okay, so it is more important to know the need of doing the task and the consequence of not doing it. Okay, so this is what we do at Gurukul. We teach them the need, they teach them the consequence. Then we give them the opportunity to execute that task, develop sense of ownership. Sense of ownership, this is very important. That I have seen, I'm sorry to say, but I have seen only children who are away from the homes are showing sense of ownership. The sense of ownership of certain tasks is missing at homes. We don't give tasks to children to independently work on it. We will not see that is your task, your ownership, do it yourself. Okay, so ownership is very important for developing confidence and executive skills. So and that is what मैंने एक लाइन मजाक की लिखी है यहाँ पे कि मेडिकल साइंस, अप्लाइड बिहेवियर, पेरेंटिंग साइंस, चाइल्ड साइकोलॉजी, स्पेशल एजुकेशन, न्यूट्रिशन, ह्यूमन बिहेवियर की बुक पर हाथ रखकर कसम खाते हैं कि सिर्फ साइंस बोलेंगे, साइंस के अलावा कुछ नहीं करेंगे. I am a person जिसने साइंस का हाथ कभी नहीं छोड़ा. मुझे क्या लगता है, मुझे अपने बच्चे के लिए क्या अच्छा चाहिए, मैंने वो नहीं देखा. That is the reason my first big success as a parent was the day when I came out of the tussle by selecting my dream for my child and said goodbye to fear once and for all. मेरे लिए I am a fearless person. मेरे लिए, मेरे को डर नहीं लगता. गलत भी हो जाएगा ना तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि गलत होएगा तभी तो सीखूंगी. When Ananya will make mistakes, she will fall down, she will get hurt. Only then she will know what not to do. So for me, absolutely no fear. मेरे को कोई problem नहीं मेरे बच्चे को कुछ भी नया सिखाने में. And that's the reason I send her out on the road. तू अपना कार लेके जा, तू अपना बाइक लेके जा, किसी को ठोक दे, किसी से मार खा ले, कुछ भी हो जाए. You learn it, you do it yourself. That is where she gets that sense of things, otherwise nahi aayega ownership ke bina. All right, so this is what we believe. Now it is about the Gurukul that we have individualized support care, safe and secure environment, 24-hour support and supervision, social interaction and peer support, structured daily routine and activities. So I've mentioned some points what we do here. Access to specialized services and therapies. So this is what we do: social interaction, skill development and independence. So, and respite for support and families. Just the way Rekha ma'am just said that, it's important for us to take time for ourselves, not to forget who we are, what we want as individuals. Because if we are if we can give ourselves some good time, if we feel happy and blessed, only then we can help our children. If we are frustrated, if we are in denial, if we are in total chaos at our end, I don't get to do this, I like this so much, I've never seen a movie, me and my husband have never gone out for a dinner, ever since there is a child, both of us cannot go for movies. No, don't do that. Because if the set of parents is frustrated and scattered, they cannot build a personality for their child. They cannot build that for the child. So it provides a respite. I mean, ever since we started Gurukul, I have asked mothers to take care of themselves. They've started going out. They have started going to beauty parlors. They have started learning something. They started working. They said, oh, but you know what? I used to work earlier. After the child, I've left it, and now I'm just at home, and I don't know. I don't even know what to do with my child, and I'm not even working. So I have asked so many mothers that you start working, build your confidence, and so many moms have started working. So many moms are working at our CDC as well. And earlier they were just mom, but today they have a position in the school. They're working. Every act of theirs is working towards the development of child, not just theirs, but 150 others. So this respite, this support for the families is very, very important. And I believe our most important thing is that we have developed this. We have been able to build that fabric, for our children. Sorry. So we have transition and preparation for community living. We are working with children on that. We have adults also who are working with us, and we have staff which is very experienced. We have, I told you, we have staff of 52 people who come to school every day. They're hired and they're working with us, and therapists, doctors, music therapist, yoga therapist, and so many people. They are all coming together with their expertise, and they're filling in content in our children. So this residential care is what I'm talking about, and we have made. There are some glimpses of Gurukul. Actually, I have a lot of crores of videos. I would believe. I was searching for videos and photographs, but we have very less photographs. But we have multiple videos where we have shown children doing things on their own. Uh, they organize events at the school. We done a metro ride with them. We do festivals with them. They have learned. I proudly say today that all the children at Sunshine CDC, they know how to put cookers. रोज का दाल चावल उनको आता है बनाना. मैं सोचती हूँ हम लोग क्या कॉम्प्लेक्स क्यों सिखाएं. जो रोज हम खाते हैं, दाल चावल रोज खाते हैं, कुकर लगाना तो आना चाहिए, राइट? सो खाना बनाते हैं खुद का. जैसे you can see one boy grating a potato here. Then they went outside and brought some biscuits and items that they need at Gurukul. One girl here, she made a salad for herself. One child, he's speaking very well, so he's speaking at events. In the morning assembly, he's speaking. And one child is trying to cut his nails, so we make artificial hands and nails, and then we ask children to cut them and slowly practice them. So there's a method that we are following here. One child is trying to brush his shoes, and another one washing plates. And so every day children are doing their own work. And trust me, doing all this doesn't make them any less. It makes them even more confident that I know my drill. I know it's my plate. I will wash it. I will take it when I want to use it. So it gives an absolute sense of ownership, that this is mine. I'll take care of this. ये हम तभी सिखा सकते हैं जब we give that part to children. We leave it to children that you can now do it. We teach them. We leave it to them that you do it. So why residential training is necessary for Down syndrome? Why I'm here for particular DSFI is we have been working with autism and CP and many other challenging disorders, where it is very, very challenging for children, to do their daily task or even to hold themselves upright and, move both their hands in the tandem. But Down syndrome is much blessed in terms of the physical disabilities or, those sort of neurological disorders or epileptic seizures, where it becomes, where our children, they really go on partly assisted living only. But for Down syndrome, it's 100%, I would say, that if we try, we can make them 100% independent. There are lesser challenges in terms of, and they are good learners. They are good learners. They are good. They can communicate well. They can talk to you about how they feel. Okay, so Down syndrome, I believe that if we give them this kind of a intervention, they will outshine everybody. Everybody. I am 100% sure about it. I've done that with Ananya. She is on her own. Don't have to look at anything about her. And this practice, what I have done with her for 23, I'm doing it with Gurukul. And when I'm doing it for now 3.5 years, it came to my mind that I need to take this up with the Down syndrome children. One important part why is because all of you probably will agree with me is Down syndrome. I don't know what age group your children are right now, but 20 years back, Down syndrome was something else. Now it is something else. Okay. So earlier, 20 years back, we had challenges in the cognitive area. We had our children who did not understand a lot about things. Okay. So teaching them concepts of cognitive development was a task then, and also the physical, like motor skills and all those things. Behaviors were never a challenge for us. But now when I see Down syndrome, the from the last 10 years that I'm seeing Down syndrome, they are blessed with cognitive skills. They are champions when it comes to understanding. They are so smart that they outsmart everybody now. But the only challenge that we all parents are facing with Down syndrome right now is the behaviors. We just kind of do the things the way they want to do, and because of the behaviors we are not able to teach them.
Residential school she started.
So what,
Mm.
so what I
Three
believe,
more.
so what I believe is it's very important for Down syndrome to get under a 24/7 training program. Okay, if they come under this, they will definitely do very, very good. And that is the reason I'm here with the DSFI today. So, Parul, Rekha ma'am, if you
बहुत
want to
बहुत
take any.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया इतनी खूबसूरत इंसाइट देने के लिए डॉक्टर। आपको सुनना ऐसा था जैसे एक कोई सपना देखा होता है और वो सच हो रखा है कहीं, और मन कर रहा है कि उस वंडरलैंड में हम पहुंच जाए। इसके लिए एक छोटा सा सवाल मेरा भी यहाँ है, इससे पहले कि हमारे पेरेंट्स सवाल पूछें। हाँ पेरेंट्स, अगर आपका कोई सवाल है तो आप अपना हाथ उठाकर हैंड रेज करके अपना सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, चैट बॉक्स में भी टाइप करके भी भेज सकते हैं। डॉक्टर, इसमें एज क्या है जिसमें आप बच्चों को वहां पे एकोमोडेट करते हैं, और दूसरा क्या सिर्फ पूना से ही बच्चे वहां पर हैं या दूसरे शहर से भी बच्चे वहां आ सकते हैं?
सो हम हर एक एज ग्रुप के लिए काम करते हैं। मैंने जैसे अभी रेखा मान जब ने पूछा तभी मैंने बताया कि 4 years onwards we start working with the children. I think a basic जो केयर टेकिंग पार्ट है, जो उनको एक 3 साल 4 साल तक they need the families to have a good health foundation. At the same time, I would also want them to come earliest to me, like 4 years. Let us take that as the age, and all the age group we have adults with for 20 of 27 each, 28 we have adults with. Age is no criteria, just that they should be 4 years, that's it. We have children coming from, हमारे पास बच्चे all over महाराष्ट्र से आते हैं। सो बॉम्बे है, पूना के तो बच्चे हैं ही हैं, सोलापुर है, बीड, जलगांव, दुबई से एक बच्चा आता है, साउथ इंडिया से एक बच्चा है, और yeah, we have children from multiple places.
तो
And we are open to that.
जी, तो जो बच्चे पूना में हैं वो तो फ्रिक्वेंटली अपने पेरेंट्स से मिल लेते होंगे। उन बच्चों के बारे में मैं जानना चाहती हूँ जो बाहर से आके आपके साथ रह रहे हैं, क्या वो अच्छे से एडजस्ट कर पाते हैं?
गुरुकुल का स्केड्यूल है कि हम हर महीने के लास्ट वीकेंड पे, so for the entire month the child stays with us, whether the child is in Pune or whether the child is coming from any area. They have to spend 1 full month with us, and on the last weekend they go back to their places. So जैसे कुछ पेरेंट्स हैं जो दुबई में रहते हैं, जो साउथ इंडिया में रहते हैं, so they have their some relatives in Pune, so for 2 days they adjust it that way, or they can live at Gurukul also. So from Dubai the parents come after 3 months to visit the child, so they can stay at Gurukul as well.
Can I ask a question? So now, Tejaswita, all this is like an intervention. What do you do for the medical intervention?
Madam, we have therapists. So see, when I say Gurukul, 10 to 4 in the morning is the school time.
No, what do you do if there is a medical complication?
We have
are you tied up with a hospital?
Yes, we have a Chirayu hospital which is just 300 meters away from us.
Okay.
Then I am for the primary care, for the first aid, I am there at the school always. 24 hours I live here with the children. Okay. And then we have the hospital also nearest by. So our our SOP is that if the child has a seizure or any medical emergency, first we will take the child. We will take the child to the hospital. We will do the primary care that is needed. We immediately call the parents and we tell them that we have admitted the child here. Though this has not happened, but still I'm just telling you this is our SOP because we have children with seizures, so we do this.
Yeah.
So we admit them, we call the parents, and from there onwards the parent take it. It's like that.
Okay.
Or if the parent is not present, then also we take care of the entire situation. We will take the child to the hospital, whatever duration the child needs to be there, we will keep him there and comes back to growth.
Because sometimes there's an outbreak of some particular disease, like dengue was there, and so because the children are in under one roof,
Right.
they need to be examined frequently enough to make sure, like a mild fever also is something that a parent gets excited about.
Right.
So all these, I mean, healthcare for me, when it comes to Down syndrome, the priority is healthcare.
Yes.
Because everything is health related for us. So, yeah, I agree with you. Second important thing, what do you do for languages?
I always believe that language helps us communicate. Okay. And to learn any language, what is important is language plus the act associated with it. If you start working on that, the child can learn multiple languages. Okay. So here in Pune, we use Hindi, we use English. Primary language is English, Hindi, Marathi. Fortunately for us, we have people in the team who are multilingual. So we have from South India, some resources from South India.
That was my question. If their child is suddenly wanting to, like getting desperate for their family, then a person talking in their own language would make a difference.
Yes.
One very important question, Tejaswita, because many years I wanted to start something like this, but time passed by. Food, how do you manage?
Wonderful.
Is there a common diet? Is there something that you screen the children for any allergies, or do you take the allergies from the parents? Because see, for me, there are a lot of do's and don'ts with foods today.
Yes.
And do you fill in a performer, or do you take the health chart with them, or do you keep all this, as a combination in your, early when you take the child into your center?
So when we give admission to parents, to children, we check with the parents if the child has any particular allergy with the food. So we always advise them to get a food allergy test done and then give it to us. Okay. So we follow that routine first. And at the same time, we follow very basic food manual here at the school. We have an independent kitchen, and actually 150 children who come to school, they all eat here only at the school. So every day we are making food for almost 200 people or 200 children every day, once in the afternoon and the night. So what we do is we follow a very basic plan. We use millets. We don't use wheat. We use millets, rice, all the type of vegetables, no masalas, everything that is just a natural ingredients we will put there. The food is very, very subtle in taste, and it's freshly done every time. We never take anything from outside. Mostly it comes from my village. So we have jowar and mostly those that we need in stock. We get it from the village. And for last 12 years, we have been providing food to children, and it has been doing good. We have food diaries, like we have food schedules. So we keep changing the breakfast, snacks, and we provide a bit of from every culture, So we make sure that we make idli sambar, we make South Indian, we make North Indian, chola bhaturas, sometimes sandwiches. So everything that children like and is healthy and nutritious. They make pizzas also themselves in the school when we have parties. Then children make their own pizza.
Okay, final question, most important, cost.
Cost, yes. Right now, we are charging 21,000 per month, and it includes the food and everything. School, all the therapies are included in it. All the education part is included in it. So these are the basic charges right now, and we charge a 50,000 donation donation, as in it's an admission fee one time, which is used for growing the Sunshine Gurukul, and 21,000 is every month.
Do they give concessions to parents who can't afford? Or is that a fixed fee?
No, this is actually a fixed fee, but sometimes we have parents who are single mothers, or they genuinely do not have a resource, to pay up this. Then we ask them that whatever best they can do, and at the same time we put them in a sponsor list, so that if anybody wants to sponsor, then it's not like very helpful. We don't get a lot of sponsors, but we do consider them, and we tell them that, yeah, end of earliest we will try to get it. Also, we have not yet started, but we are looking at working with the corporation in Pune, and we have had multiple meetings with them. And once that system starts, then we will be able to accommodate a lot of people who cannot pay. So it will be run like Sunshine Gurukul itself, because we will be running that. It's just that the fees and everything will be sponsored by the corporation.
So you're saying, Tejaswita, this child can be with you till the final stage of their lives?
Yes, the children can live with us for a long time. I believe that
there is no age that the parent has to take them back. They will also get a vocation, and they can get a job, and etc., etc. So you're covering from childhood to adulthood, right?
Yeah. So yes, we are also providing vocational studies to children, and we train them as assistant to teacher at the school, and we will employ them at the school itself, so where they will be a helping hand with the teacher. That method works very well, because they are used to the school. They know what happens, where it happens, who they know people also in the school. So the best form of employment for them is to get employed at the school itself. For people who cannot be employed, or they are still in the vocational, we are trying to teach them courses like, we're trying to teach them computers, so that they can make some documents for us for the school. So we are looking at, based on the child's interest and the skills, we are looking at providing them vocational training and employment.
So hats off to you. Honestly, if you can handle 150 people under one roof, God bless you. And really, honestly, what you're doing is exactly such a boon for many parents who don't have the wherewithal to get all the therapies or whatever it is. The entire educational system is looked after by you. So I think, Parul, I think we have to give her a big hand first. Really, honestly,
so much.
And anybody, the floor is open, because I can keep on asking questions.
जी बिल्कुल। चैट में एक सवाल था फी के लिए, तो मेरे ख्याल से वो तो कवर कर ही लिया है मैम ने। एक कोई पेरेंट पूछ रहे हैं कि वो पुणे से हैं, कैन वी जॉइन डे स्कूल ओनली एज वी आर फ्रॉम पुणे?
Yes, absolutely, they can join.
जी
There's one more question, Parul.
जी
My son is 20 years old. He's from they are from Jharkhand. Is he eligible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, वो तो
What we do is we meet up with first we meet up with the parents. We try to understand. We also have a chat with the child. We also look at the child. My team will assess the child, and then we will give you admissions. We will do an assessment. We'll call you for assessment meetings, and that's how we go about it. So it is see, what everybody considers like a hostel or a residential facility where children will be beaten up, or उनको खाना नहीं दिया जाएगा, उनको डरा के रखा जाएगा, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. I'm telling you, this has never been the style, because it doesn't work that way. मतलब मैं अपने सारे टीचर्स को बताती हूँ, अगर तुमको बच्चों के हाथ से झापड़ नहीं खाना है ना, तो वो एक देना भी मत कभी. It's like that, because they learn from us. So basically what you give, they give us back. So it's not a typical hostel thing that everybody thinks about, why would they give love to my child? You will not believe when Girish comes in, when Girish is at the gate and to receive children, and parents are bringing their children on the Monday morning, because they spent weekend with the parents, and they they just leave their parents' hand and run towards Girish, run towards the school, and they jump and sit on his shoulders. He has like, can you imagine a monkey like sitting? So he is like that, we are like that. We absolutely love our children. And, when I was raising Ananya, I used to tell my mom that, मॉम मेरे को ना हर जन्म में मुझको अनन्या ही चाहिए, मुझे आई वांट अ डाउन सिंड्रोम बेबी, नेक्स्ट जन्म में दोनों भी डाउन सिंड्रोम चाहिए मेरे को, हर एक लाइफ में डाउन सिंड्रोम बच्चे चाहिए. And now when we started the school, and now when we have so many Down syndrome in the school, my mother says, तूने इतने दिल से मांगा ना कि तेरे को नेक्स्ट जन्म के लिए नहीं, तेरे को इसी जन्म में इतने सारे बच्चे मिल
सारे मिल गए. जी बिल्कुल.
Well, I said that to my daughter when she was born 43 years ago, that every life I want only her.
बिल्कुल. आपको भी बहुत सारे मिल गए रेखमा.
I now have too many of them. My arms are stretched out. But any more questions? I think somebody wanted, my child is 3 years old.
From what age we can start? मेरे ख्याल से जी मैम.
अर्लीस्ट, अगर आपका बच्चा 3 साल का है, आप आ जाइए, आप और 6 महीने रुक जाइए. From 4 years you can just start sending him to Gurukul. Absolutely. इनफैक्ट हम लोग, पता है गिरीश, जब भी पेरेंट्स को मिलते हैं तो मैं थोड़ी सी स्ट्रिक्ट टाइप की हूँ, मतलब मैं तो कंटेंट देखती हूँ, एंड गिरीश लुक्स एट बीइंग विद चिल्ड्रन एंड मैनेजिंग व्हाट दे वांट एंड एवरीथिंग. सो सभी मदर्स उसको बोलती हैं कि हमको ऐसा लगता है कि हमने बच्चों को मामा के घर भेज दिया है. So, that is the invitation. They all
मामा मामी वाला इक्वेशन आ जाता है. अच्छा डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, क्या वहाँ पे गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज के लिए अलग अलग हॉस्टल फैसिलिटीज हैं, वो कैसे आप लोग मैनेज करते हैं?
तो हमारे पास में हमने जो हमारा बिल्डिंग है उसका जो सबसे ऊपर वाला फ्लोर है, इट इज 2500 स्क्वायर फीट का एरिया है, जिसको हमने डॉर्मिटरी जैसे बनाया है. ओके, सो 1500 स्क्वायर फीट का बॉयज के लिए है, और रफली अराउंड दैट गर्ल्स के लिए है. तो वो डॉर्मिटरी टाइप है जिसमें वॉल्स नहीं है बिल्कुल, और एज एज पे सारे बेड्स लगे हुए हैं, और सेंटर में खेलने के लिए या फिर घूमने के लिए जगह है, और थोड़ा सा पीछे एक चेंज रूम है जहाँ पे वॉशरूम का एंट्रेंस है, वहां पे हमने कबर्ड्स लगाए हुए हैं बच्चों के कपड़ों के. सो डॉर्मेटरी टाइप में क्या होता है, जो बच्चे छोटे होते हैं ना, उनको हमारा ध्यान एक जैसे रहता है, और फिर डोर लॉकिंग और उस सबकी कोई जरूरत नहीं रहती है. So it's a open free dormitory kind of a place where the staff also sleeps with the children. Everybody has their own bed, they have their own cupboard, okay, and they have their own सब कुछ अपना बेड शीट वगैरह उसके नीचे में रहता है. So everything पर्सनली रखते हैं. हमारे पास बड़े प्लास्टिक के डब्बे रहते हैं जिसमें बच्चों के पर्सनल आइटम्स रहते हैं, उनके कोम्स रहेंगे, उनके क्रीम्स रहते हैं, whatever their parents want them to use, but हम बोलते हैं कि हमें एक मॉइस्चराइजर चाहिए, ये वो, ताकि वो बच्चे यूज करना सीखे, सेल्फ हेल्प केयर सीखे. सो एवरीथिंग इज पर्सनल, उनकी अपनी जगह पे रखा जाता है. अब कुछ बच्चे जो हैं वो 17 एज के ऊपर के हैं, रफली 16-17 बॉयज जो हैं, तो उनके लिए हमारे पास में 1 BHK है, where 4 boys live together, 3 or 4 boys, not more than that. So 2 rooms रहती हैं 1 BHK में, एक किचन रहता है छोटा, so 2 boys in 1 room, 2 boys in another room, and there is a वहाँ पे जेंट स्टाफ रहता है उनके लिए, बॉयज के लिए, और गर्ल्स के लिए तो गर्ल स्टाफ रहता है. So when we have older boys and girls, then we give them 1 BHK where they live, like they have their personal spaces, and that's like. And dormitory is for younger children, like below 13.
बहुत बढ़िया. अच्छा डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, अगर वहाँ पे हम एडल्ट किसी बच्चे को भेजना चाह रहे हैं, एडल्ट कोई आ रहा है, तो क्या उनके लिए रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग स्किल्स कंपल्सरी है कि इतना एटलीस्ट होना ही चाहिए?
देखिए, इंक्लूशन क्राइटेरिया कुछ नहीं है, कि मतलब एक्सक्लूशन क्राइटेरिया कुछ नहीं है कि ये नहीं आएगा तो फिर मैं नहीं लूंगी, ये आना चाहिए वो नहीं. सी, आई एम प्रिपेयर्ड, वी आर प्रिपेयर्ड टू वर्क ऑन एवरीथिंग. नहीं आता है, जो भी नहीं आता, इट्स फाइन, इट्स आवर जॉब टू हेल्प हिम लर्न. ओके, तो अगर बिल्कुल रीडिंग राइटिंग नहीं आता है, कुछ भी नहीं आता है, still we are ready to take the children. We will work on their behaviors, we will work on their strengths, we will do an assessment. क्या नहीं आता है, क्या possible है सिखाना, क्या नहीं है, डेवलपमेंटल एज अभी क्या है, सो वो असेसमेंट हम सब करेंगे. जिस एरियाज पे हमको ऐसा लगेगा कि नहीं दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज ये नहीं हो सकता, एज गया, वो लर्निंग का वो टाइम गया, तो उसमें भी हम रिहेबिलिटेट करेंगे कि व्हाट नेक्स्ट बेस्ट वी कैन टीच दिस चाइल्ड। ओके, सो जैसे अनन्या फिफ्थ सिक्स के बाद में बहुत कॉम्प्रिहेंशन डिफिकल्ट हो गया था, फिर हमने उसको फंक्शनल पे डाला। सो हम आज भी वैसा करते हैं बिकॉज देयर आर ऑलवेज एडेप्टिव मेथड्स। जो नहीं आता है उसकी वजह से आगे नहीं जा सकते, ऐसा नहीं होता है। what is the strength of experts that they will figure out a parallel way for it. So अगर कुछ कोई भी आपके पास में कंसर्न्स है कि ये नहीं हो रहा है तो नहीं लेंगे या नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होगा। they can be admitted in the
डॉक्टर, एक तो ये बताएं कि आपसे कांटेक्ट कैसे कर सकते हैं, और दूसरा हमें ये बताएं कि अगर कोई बच्चा आपके पास आ रहे हैं और ये कुछ सवाल कोई आया है, एक मैं ये ले लेती हूँ पहले। स्पीच डिफिकल्टीज कॉमन विद डाउन, व्हाट आर द स्ट्रेटजीज यू यूज टू इम्प्रूव स्पीच, डॉक्टर?
We have speech and language therapists at the school, but try to so we have speech and language therapists. They keep on working with the children with the goals. So as I told you, we have all the therapists. So जो भी common problems हैं जो therapy related हैं, जो कि माइलस्टोन्स बेस्ड है, हम सब लोग घर पे भी करते ही है ना। हम लोग स्पीच थेरेपिस्ट के पास में लेके जाते हैं, फिर वो सेशंस जो उनको वो बताते हैं वो हम घर पे रिपीट करते हैं, वोकैबुलरी बिल्डिंग पे काम करते हैं। सी, स्पीच डिफिकल्टी इज वन एंड लैंग्वेज इज अनदर। सो अगर स्पीच डिफिकल्टी है और वोकलाइजेशन नहीं आ रहा है, आवाज नहीं आ रही है, या ब्लर्ड है, या जो भी कुछ है, जो भी एनाटॉमिकल प्रॉब्लम्स हैं या फिर फिजियोलॉजिकल हैं, तो वो स्पीच थेरेपिस्ट, लैंग्वेज थेरेपिस्ट हैंडल कर लेते हैं। और वो असेसमेंट के वक्त ही हम बता देते हैं पेरेंट्स को दैट दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम दैट वी आर फेसिंग राइट नाउ, वी आर गोइंग टू वर्क ऑन दिस। कोई प्रॉब्लम्स जो होते हैं वो शॉर्ट टर्म में हैंडल हो जाते हैं, किसी को लॉन्ग टर्म लगता है, राइट? सो वी विल बी वेरी क्लियर अबाउट दैट दिस इज व्हाट वी कैन हैंडल इमीडिएटली, दिस इज समथिंग दैट इज गोइंग टू टेक लिटिल टाइम। ओके, सो बट देयर इज नथिंग दैट वी कांट वर्क ऑन।
जी बिल्कुल। एक सवाल यहाँ पर ये भी था डॉक्टर तेजस्विता के, पेरेंट्स के बाद के लिए क्या आपके पास कोई प्रोविजन है?
देखिए, पेरेंट्स के बाद का प्रोविजन, आजकल जो सब लोग बोलते हैं कि आप अपना फैमिली ट्रस्ट बनाइए, आप
वही हो सकता है।
अपने अपने वेल विशर्स को उस कनेक्टेड रहिए, अपने सिबलिंग्स के साथ में सिबलिंग्स को उसमें इन्वॉल्व कीजिए प्रोसेस में। ये सब करने की आज एक हिदायत दी जाती है ना, आई थिंक इट्स राइट वे टू डू। बट मुझे एक चीज बहुत प्राइमरी लगती है, मुझे भी मालूम है कि ये फैमिली ट्रस्ट बनाना चाहिए वो, बट मैं एक बात बताऊं आपको, ये दुनिया ऐसी है ना कि अगर आपके बाद बच्चे को सेल्फ हेल्प, खुद की मैनेजमेंट और खुद का सब करना आता है ना, तो कोई भी प्यार से रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेगा। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अनन्या,
बिल्कुल
मान लो अनन्या की शादी नहीं हुई, तो
बिल्कुल।
मेरे मेरे भाई बहुत अच्छा है, मेरी भाभी बहुत अच्छी है, मेरी बेटी बहुत अच्छी है, बट मैं क्या सोचती हूँ कि आज भी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट कुछ है तो वो नेटवर्क ऑफ पीपल है जो आपका बहुत स्टर्डी सोर्स है। नो अमाउंट ऑफ मनी कैन गेट यू थ्रू दिस, आई एम टेलिंग यू। इफ यू हैव मनी, वेरी गुड, बट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज आपका नेटवर्क आपके लोगों के साथ कैसा है। आज जो सनशाइन मैंने बिल्ड किया है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर मुझे कुछ हो जाता है, और अनन्या अभी जैसे यहीं पे होती मेरे साथ, और मुझे कुछ हो जाता तो मेरे सनशाइन के पेरेंट्स झगड़ा करते कि नहीं, मैं हम लोग अनन्या को संभालेंगे। अनन्या, व्हाई? बिकॉज दैट गिव एंड टेक इज ऑलवेज देयर, यू नो, कि मैं उनके बच्चों के साथ अच्छा कर रही हूँ, उनके बच्चों को आज कहीं लेके जा रही हूँ, तो वो मेरे डिफिकल्ट टाइम में खड़े होंगे। ऑल दिस इज, तो मुझे लगता है लोगों का नेटवर्क बनाना चाहिए, एक अच्छे लोगों का, आपने लीगल हेल्प लेनी चाहिए, बट सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है अपने बच्चे को इंडिपेंडेंट बनाना। आज भी अनन्या को मेरे भाई भाभी या उसके कजन तभी संभालेंगे जब वो सिर्फ एक सुपरविजन वाली मोड में मैं उनको रखूंगी तब। अगर मैं बोलूंगी नहीं नहीं, मेरी बेटी को खाना भी खिलाओ, मेरी बेटी को तुम टॉयलेट भी लेके जाओ, मेरी बेटी को रोज लाड प्यार करो, मेरी बेटी को हर महीने में कपड़े लाके दो, यू नो व्हाट, नोबडी विल डू इट। Even your closest family will not do it. They would love to do it if your child is already doing nice and they are in a supervision mode.
बिल्कुल, और थोड़ा सा उन्हें भी हेल्प करें। थोड़ा
उन्हें
सा
भी
वो
हेल्प
हेल्प
करें।
करें, बिकॉज हेल्प सबको अच्छी लगती है और किसी के साथ रहने के कुछ तो नियम होते हैं।
और मैं एक सबसे बड़ा नियम जो फॉलो करती हूँ, मैं अपने बच्चे के लिए दुनिया नहीं चेंज कर सकती हूँ, मुझे अपने बच्चे को दुनिया के लिए तैयार करना पड़े।
जी जी जी
सो
बिल्कुल।
मैं ये मान के, मैं बहुत हम्बल ग्राउंड पे रहती हूँ। मैं नहीं चाहती हूँ कि कोई मेरे बच्चे को पैम्पर करे मेरे बाद उसी तरह से रखे जिस तरह से मैं रखती थी। तो मैंने ये सिस्टम मेरे अनन्या के लिए तो चेंज कर दिया। मैंने उसको पैम्परिंग में कभी नहीं रखा। मैंने उसको वही लाइफ दी है जो मेरे बाद होने वाली है।
होने जैसी दुनिया है जिसमें उसे रहना
जैसी
है।
जैसी दुनिया है, तुमको शायद कभी खाना नहीं मिलेगा, शायद तुमको कद्दू की सब्जी मिल जाएगी, तुमको रोज पनीर नहीं मिलने वाला, तुमको रोज चिकन नहीं मिलने वाला, तो तुमको कद्दू ही खाना पड़ेगा। मैं जब भी मेरे को पेरेंट्स पूछते हैं कि आपने कैसी ये हिम्मत कर ली दूसरे के घर भेजने की, तो मैं वही बोलती हूँ कि मैं बच्चों को एडेप्टेबिलिटी सिखाने में बिलीव करती हूँ। अगर आपके बच्चे 4 दिन तकलीफ में रहना नहीं जानते हैं तो आप सीरियसली कुछ मिस कर रहे हो। बच्चे ने
ये
4
सभी
दिन
बच्चों के लिए है।
But I tell you, Tejaswita, our children adapt so beautifully.
यस मैम,
They adapt
एब्सोल्युटली।
so beautifully, and they will never upset the other person. What is so beautiful about them is that when we have seen in the Humsafar group, that they just care for you and they want to see you smiling. That's all they want. आप कुछ भी खिला दो. I mean, even if it is not putrid, like old food also, happily they'll eat it because they want you to smile. And they are so warm. And I think that is the one thing that is such a, I think God has given us the best children in the world.
एब्सोल्युटली।
Because and I whenever Parul starts, blessed children and God's children, and they really know they're looking after us. I don't think we have done anything for them, honestly. So yes, I think Parul, we have got way beyond. And why don't you address us at the Humsafar program in Kolkata? We need you.
जी बिल्कुल।
We have a conference coming up where you will see hundreds of families who need to hear you. So if you can take a flight from Pune and jump into Kolkata from in September, we will be so happy. Make a
डॉक्टर
pamphlet. These pamphlets are very important for our families. They are not aware of what is available in this country. So if you can do this, and maybe we'll bring you back for another, let the parents digest this because they're taking time. I think they all want to come visit, see your center, and then analyze for themselves because seeing is believing. And I always tell them that please go visit and then you'll understand. But Tejaswita, this was such an eye opener. And I think our parents were looking for something like this. Yes, you have given us an answer to a lot of questions. Yes, Parul, I'll hand it back to you. Thank you once again, Tejaswita. God
थैंक यू
bless
सो
you.
मच।
God bless you.
थैंक यू रेखा माँ। आज का सेशन बहुत ही अच्छा रहा। डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें इतना सारा टाइम दिया। एंड फ्रेंड्स, जैसा कि रेखा माँ ने अभी अभी जिक्र किया है, कलकत्ता में हम लोग मिल रहे हैं सितंबर में। तो आप लोग वहां पर आ रहे हैं ना? आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन करा लिया होगा, हमें उम्मीद है। और हम डॉक्टर तेजस्विता को भी इन्वाइट करते हैं कि अगर वो टाइम निकाल पाती हैं तो हम उनसे बात करेंगे। एंड प्लीज डॉक्टर, जाने से पहले क्या आप हमारे पेरेंट्स के लिए अपना कॉन्टेक्ट, आपको कैसे कांटेक्ट किया जाए और जानने के लिए गुरुकुल के बारे में, तो वो प्लीज आप बता दें, कोई ईमेल या फोन नंबर अगर आप देना चाहें।
मैंने वृंदा जी के साथ में एक पैम्पलेट शेयर किया था जिसमें
जी
एक व्हाट्सएप मैसेज, एक नंबर है, और
जी
वेबसाइट्स वगैरह भी हैं, हमारा इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल भी है। और तो आप काम देख सकते हैं, आप उसके पेज पे जाके देखिए, बहुत सारे एक्टिविटीज वहाँ पे रखे हुए हैं, तो आप वीडियोस देख सकते हैं उन चीजों का। और वो जो नंबर है वो गिरीश का नंबर है जिसपे आप उनको व्हाट्सएप मैसेज करके कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। वी आर ऑलवेज अवेलेबल on the WhatsApp and a call to help you understand what exactly this is.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया तेजस्विता
मैम
जी।
एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था, पूछ सकती हूँ?
जी
Yes.
बहुत जल्दी आप कर रही हैं, आप बहुत देर से यहाँ पर हैं, पूछिए जल्दी
हाँ,
से।
मैंने ना एक्चुअली मेरी बेटी डाउन सिंड्रोम ही है। उसका ना अभी 12th में नॉर्मल पास कर ली है उसने NIOS से। अभी मैंने उसको ना नॉर्मल कॉलेज में BBA के लिए एडमिशन कराई हूँ। अब मेरा बस टेंशन ये है कि मैं को एजुकेशन में उसको नॉर्मल बच्चों के साथ में एडमिशन करा रही हूँ, तो कैसे उसके साथ में थोड़ा बहुत कुछ बता सकते हैं कि को एजुकेशन में कैसे उसको
बिल्कुल
समझाऊं,
बताएंगे।
मतलब।
इसमें हम डॉक्टर तेजस्विता से भी सुन लेंगे जाते जाते, लेकिन मैं आपको बताऊं, आप अगले सेशन में आइएगा तो तब शायद हम आपकी इस क्वेरी को ले सकें।
Yeah, I
ये
think
एक
so.
बहुत लंबी बातचीत है और इस पे रेखा माँ भी आपको गाइड कर सकती हैं और हमारे अगले जो गेस्ट हैं वो भी गाइड कर सकते हैं। डॉक्टर तेजस्विता, जब आपसे इन्होंने सवाल पूछा है तो आप 2 लाइन में जल्दी से बता दीजिए, बिकॉज टाइम बिल्कुल खत्म हो रहा है मेरे पास।
एक्चुअली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट करना चाहूंगी आपको कि आपकी बच्ची 12वीं कर चुकी है और एक नॉर्मल स्ट्रीम में अभी कॉलेज में एडमिशन ले चुकी है। आई रियली वांट टू कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट ऑन यू। यू आर ऑन द राइट पाथ, यू आर ऑन द राइट पाथ। और यहाँ तक अगर आपने बच्चों के आपने को में सिखाया है और यू नो अब उसको जो कॉलेज में गई है तो आप उसके एडवोकेट उधर जाइए, आप उसको खुद को भी रेडी करिए that you are no different than others. You know, you are with the peers. You are. I think that confidence has to come from her. Let her talk to other people about herself. Like even Ananya does. She said, "I have Down syndrome, and you know it makes me special, and I can do everything like just the way you do. We can go out." मुझे उसको घर में रोज कॉन्फिडेंस दी दे, यू आर नो डिफरेंट, यू जस्ट गो अहेड एंड स्पेंड दिस, बिल्कुल जैसे नॉर्मली सब बच्चे करते हैं, आप जाके स्पेंड कीजिए टाइम अपने दूसरे कॉलेज के बच्चों के साथ। आप वैसे ही पढ़ाई करिए, लेक्चर अटेंड करिए, लेक्चर बंक करिए, मूवीज देखने जाइए, सब वैसा ही करिए जैसे वो लोग कर रहे हैं। यू नो, सो आई थिंक इट्स अ वंडरफुल कि आप वो ऑलरेडी कॉलेज जाएंगी अभी। और आई थिंक दिस वुड बी माय आंसर दैट।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू। और
थैंक
इस
यू मैम, थैंक
खूबसूरत
यू।
नोट के साथ में हम लोग एंड करते हैं आज का सेशन। बृंदा जी, ओवर टू यू।
Thank you so much. You know, it was so interesting. I'm like, I didn't even think I have to stop this session. But thank you, Tejaswita ma'am. Thank you so much. And I'll share the poster that you shared with me. I'll
Yes.
share across all groups by today. So thank you so much. I'll end the session now. And probably Tejaswita ma'am, yes, like Rekha ma'am said and Parul also said, please do come to Kolkata.
Yeah,
We would love to have you with us.
I'll join.
And now I'll end the session and we'll meet you all next week
So
again
thank you
then.
so much. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
thank